Hey, 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 it's Friday. Woo, yeah. I'm Julie Delgado. Welcome to Music Maker Stage at Delgado Guitars. You're in the right place. It's going to be an awesome night of music. I see some people standing, just the artists. That's okay. I want you to have a chair. I don't want people to, it's not a standing room only kind of place. Okay, we'll do this little scooch if we need to, like they do at church. All right, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about our space. First of all, we have complimentary hot tea back there. Get yourself some and make yourself at home. My husband and I own this business. Next door is a real guitar shop. Some people commented on the lacquer smell when you came in. So yes, we are hands-on. Everything hanging on the walls was handcrafted. My husband's a third-generation luthier. My girls are the fourth generation, as you see in the blue tiled where the instruments are. Those are the corner pieces here. And one of my daughters is here tonight helping me, Ava, so she's a live stream guru. And we have Hope on sound. Let's give them a hand before I forget to say anything about them. All right. So we have cool shows like this twice a month. We have this is a singer-songwriter live acoustic series, old school Nashville, bringing it back. And this is our showroom by day, venue by night. So if you come back in the day, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, to get your guitar fixed or buy one, you'll see this room is full of instruments. So it's, lots of eye candy. So they always, at the beginning of shows, say, put your phone away. I'm going to ask you to bring your phone out because you're going to like us, you're going to follow us, and you're going to subscribe to us before you leave tonight. Or I didn't do my job. We're on all the socials, Delgado Guitars, Music Maker Stage. So our goal is to be the premier listening room on the east side, wink, wink. So, and you can help us do that. So by hashtagging and @symboling and all the things that the kids do these days. Just ask somebody else. So tonight you have hashtag homework. That's what I call it. It's a job, okay? We started out doing it for fun, and now we're doing it for business. Anyway, so I'm sure our players wouldn't mind a little photo, a little video, and hashtag them. And we're here to support those artists. That's why we're here. So go to all the places and support them, buy their music, etc. Also, we would humbly ask for your support as well. We have a old-fashioned email list that you can write with a real pen. Legibly your email. I only blast twice a month, and you get to know about cool events like this. And a couple times a year we do cool events outside, right, Jerry? Festivals and whatnot. I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, e-blast. I just do it. Website, musicmakerstage.com. We have a calendar up there that sometimes is accurate. Sometimes it's not if I forget. And let's see. I already said that. Oh, yeah, we do private events, we do community events, and we have a songwriting workshop. If you're interested in that, you can ask me. And that's enough of me talking right now. Oh, and we have the merch, and our artists have the merch. And you need the merch, so you might want to leave with some merch tonight. Okay, so to open this show up, we have a very special songwriter, Chris Yurchuk. He is not from Canada. I had to ask him. He's straight from New Jersey, but I'm sure you've been in Nashville a long time. You can tell him. But he has a ton of Canadian artists that sing his songs and have recorded his music. So anyway, so give him a welcome, Chris Yurchuk. Woo!
Yes, not Canadian. As Julie said, and thank you for having me here tonight. Thank you all for being here tonight. I'm excited to open up for Buddy, and I know he's the main event, so I won't bore you for long. I have no merch. If you like what you hear, you can find me on Instagram at Yurch56. No idea why the 56 is there. I'm assuming just Yurch was not available. So anyway, I normally don't tell people the titles of my songs. I'm hoping that by the end of it you'll know. So I'm just going to start.
Girl, you ain't no oak tree, and I ain't no autumn leaf. If letting go was that easy, it'd only take that cold breeze to loosen up my grip, make me drop on down. I wouldn't be hanging on the way I still am now. But you're a lot to let go of, a lot to love and lose, so I ain't getting any closer to what I need to do. I keep holding tight to what I thought it was. I can give you space, but I can't give you up. You're a lot to let go of. You still show up in every sunrise. If you ain't the first thought, you're the next. You were my favorite kiss, my favorite laugh. When I was holding you, girl, I was at my best. You're more than hard to forget. You're a lot to let go of, a lot to love and lose, so I ain't getting any closer to what I need to do. I keep holding tight to what I thought it was. I can give you space, but I can't give you up. You're a lot to let go of. No matter what I tell myself, it don't seem to matter. You're a careless dream to have, but I still have you. 'Cause you're a lot to let go of, a lot to love and lose, so I ain't getting any closer to what I need to do. I keep holding tight to what I wish it was. I can give you space, but I can't give you up. You're a lot to let go of. Girl, you ain't no oak tree, and I ain't no one leaf.
Thanks, y'all. So that was a lot to let go of. I'm trying not to look over at my son. He told me he was going to give me the crazy eyes as I was playing. So yeah, there they are. Bear with me as I capo and tune, because I tune because I care, and I also tune down because I am not the best singer in the world. So, oh, thank you, Hope. That was very, very kind of you. So yes, I'm from New Jersey originally. I've been here for 8 years, back and forth before that for another 10, and just trying to do the thing. And Scotch Plains. Where are you from in Jersey? All right. Right on. Exit 153. Jersey City. All right. Well, I still get down there every now and again, or up there every now and again. My geography is terrible. I did not major in that.
I'm a danger to myself, playing Russian roulette with your memory. It's a starter pistol for 100 heartbeats, racing to hold you again. I'm as shaky as a drunk in a room full of empty bottles. You're the whiskey to get me through to tomorrow, and I need you in my hand. So come settle my heart down. You're the only one who knows what it's been it's no good at going without. Till that kiss is on my lips, I'll stay in the state that I'm in now. So come settle my heart down. You run it wild with just one touch. You set the fire, so how can you tame it? I ain't saying that I can explain it. I don't know how it works, I just know it does. So come settle my heart down. You're the only one who knows what it's been aching for, and it's no good at going without. Till that kiss is on my lips, I'll stay in the state that I'm in now. So come settle my heart down. There's just something about that sweet smile that feels like home to me. I'm a different man in your hands than I am after you leave. So come settle my heart down. Only you could drive it this crazy. Only you can turn it around. Until that kiss is on my lips, I'll stay in the state that I'm in now. This restless ache's enough to shake the walls inside this house. So come settle my heart down.
Thanks, y'all. That actually didn't sound that bad. Sorry, one quick tune. I tuned because I care, and I want to leave you feeling good and not, wow, that guy sucked. Never want to walk away with that. I mean, fortunately, I have Buddy following me, so you'll leave pleasantly surprised by not my level of talent. Thank you all again for listening. Julie, thank you for the invite. Buddy, thank you for letting me open up for you. I'll just tell you this one just to give it to you. It's called Like to Love Somebody.
Do you like to take it slow? Do you give it half a chance? Do you let your feelings show? Just break open like a dam? Or do you hold those cards so close? Sometimes you forget what's in your hands. Do you give yourself completely when you're completely sure? Do you keep a couple secrets, leave them wanting more? Do you rush in like the Cumberland does after a summer thunderstorm? How do you like to love somebody? Love somebody. I wanna know how it goes, so I'll know when you know. Hey baby, won't you tell me, how do you like to love somebody? When you feel it in your bones, will I feel it in your kiss? I've never been on the lucky end of something like this. So tell me, what smile do you wear when that's what it is? I don't wanna miss it. How do you like to love somebody? Love somebody. I wanna know how it goes, so I'll know when you know. Hey baby, won't you tell me, how do you like to love somebody? You ain't gotta say it, say it, say it, but I'll tell you right now, girl, keep on waiting, waiting, praying. One day I find out. How do you like to love somebody? Love somebody. I wanna know how it goes, so I'll know when you know. Hey baby, won't you tell me? Hey baby, won't you tell me? How do you like to love somebody? How do you like to love somebody? Thanks, y'all. Appreciate you listening. Enjoy the rest of the night. Julie, thanks again. Buddy, thanks again.
Chris Yurchuk. Am I saying it right?
Where's your stuff?
Okay. Woo! Okay. I love it. All right, so we're going to do a little bit of switchy. But for people that are just coming in, I'm Julie Delgado. You're in Music Maker Stage. Thank you for coming here, coming tonight and spending your Friday night with us. And just my little spiel was help us become the premier listening room on the East Side. And tell your friends. And go on the socials. And do all that. Hashtag, all that. And also sign up for our e-blast tonight. See me, don't do that before you leave. Do that before you leave. And there's hot tea back there for your pleasure. Oh, yes. Okay, and we like to give you something a little different. So I know there's a lot of clubs in town, obviously a lot of shows, and you have a lot of choices. So this is an acoustic singer-songwriter solo spotlight series. How's that, right? I did that pretty good. Okay. And everybody's like, what's that? It's like, oh, let me put some more words in it. It's a solo acoustic. No, I'm just kidding. Joking. But what we do is we try to get the nitty-gritty and kind of do an up-close and personal with the artists that we have. So in the middle of the show, we have a little chat on stage, a on-stage interview, and we get to know the artist well. So if you are a fan of the old show in the Actors Studio, anybody? Okay, wasn't that a great show? So my husband and I were big fans of that back in the day. He's like, that's what you should do. And I'm like, but I don't know how to interview people. He's like, just do it. Okay. So you could, tell me all the critiques later. Oh, and if you're a review person and you like to do that as a hobby or whatever, on Google, give us a review, but only good things. Okay. All right. So tonight, special night, we have a great Nashville songwriter. I'm honored that he is here tonight. He has had songs recorded and or written with and all the things with very illustrious artists over time. Art Garfunkel, Garth Brooks, Guy Clark, Nanci Griffith, Janis Ian, Peter, Paul, and Mary. Oh my goodness, that stopped me, that one. So I'm really looking forward to this interview and all this music. It's beautiful. I got to enjoy it during the sound check. So without further ado, this is Buddy Mondlock.
Thank you, Julie. I just want to point out that for one brief moment in time, it was Peter, Paul, and Mary, and Buddy. I'll explain that later. I got sunlight in my pocket. My baby put it there. Someone have a little summer to keep my hands warm in the freezing air. She knows it's cold where I'm going. sky. There's the flecks around my baby. She was standing next to this lucky guy. Yes, I got the winning ticket. Boys, you never know when that good angel you gave up on just starts smiling on you down below. This rolling put here just to suit me. That's a lesson and a half. But all the bitter disappointments disappear when I hear my baby laugh. That's a sound that says she's happy. I can go there with her too. I got everything to win, boys, and a head full of the blues to lose. That's the moon over my shoulder, burning up the night, so I can see just where I'm going, every step it takes to make it home alright. You know that moon is just reflecting light from some other place. I think it's coming from my baby. You should see the way she lights up my face. I got sunlight in my pocket. I got stardust on my head. There's the moon over my shoulder, burning for my Georgia girl. All right, thank you so much. Well, it's so great to see all you guys here. I really appreciate y'all coming out tonight. By the way, up here, this is Tim Lorsch on cello and mandolin and violin. We're going to do a song. It was inspired by a film about Charlie Parker. Actually, inspired by a scene in the film, anyway, where Parker's just kind of hitting bottom. He's in the back seat of a car in New York. He's trying to score some heroin, and it's not happening. The guy looks in the window and sees it's him and knows he doesn't have any money, and he just kind of shakes his head. And the camera moves inside the car with Parker, and he's smoking this cigarette. And as he draws on it, the tip glows really brightly for a second, and just at that moment, this little ember broke off and caught an air current, went out the window of the car into the city and blinked out. Like, wow, that was him to me in that moment in the film. It was just, I don't know if that was just an accident or if Clint Eastwood made it happen, but I woke up 2.5 weeks later with the first verse of this song waiting to come out. I just wrote it down in the middle of the night and went back to sleep. And so happy when Nanci Griffith decided to record this song. It's called Coming Down in the Rain. Flipped into the wind like the ashes of her cigarette. He got scattered thin on the breeze as he tried to forget. It lost all his heat and his heart never will be the same. He got lighter than air, but it'll only come down in the rain. Strung out and hung out to dry, flapping under the line. It's not such a dignified place, but it really don't the ground, he'd have nothing to gain. Claims he likes it up there, but he'll only come down in the rain. Coming down in the rain, washing out of the sky, loaded down with that pain. There's just no way to fly. You can read on as clear as the wall where he once wrote his name. It was right next to hers, but it'll only come down in the rain. Burned himself out on a limb like a leaf in the fall. He blazed for a while, now he's feeling all dried up and small. Well, the color's all gone and disappeared, you're as quick as it came. He says he can stay up, but he'll only come down in the rain. Coming down in the rain, washing out of the sky, loaded down with that pain. There's just no way to fly. You can read on as clear as the wall where he once wrote his name. It was right next to hers, it'll only come down in the rain. You can read on as clear as the wall where he once wrote his name. It was inside a heart that'll only come down in the rain. Thanks, you guys. Thank you. This one's a sing-along, at least a little one. I'm part of it. I know most of you personally, so I'm not going to teach it to you. Most of you know it already. The rest of you, I know how smart you are. You're going to pick right up on it. It's about not thinking too much, which is a good thing in certain instances where, well, romance. Don't think too much when romance is concerned. It's death. I'll nod when your part comes along. Comes around again, don't worry. Oh, mockingbird lit on the fence. first cross on up the hill, then push it off into the lover's landfill. We carry all this stuff around. We're not so deep, we're just weighted down. We should be nicer to our feet and say, come dancing down Magnolia Street. So why don't you come with me, my sweet, and we'll go dancing down Magnolia Street. Julie, hang on, one more. That was a one. Hey, how about a hand for Chris? That was a great short set there, but I sure enjoyed it. Thanks, man. So I had the great honor of knowing and writing a few songs with Guy Clark here in Nashville. And this here is I'm going to play for you the first thing that we wrote together. And maybe we'll talk about it a little bit on the break here. But he's really the reason, he's the reason I ended up in Nashville. This one's called The Dark. In the dark, you can sometimes hear your own heartbeat, or the heart of the one next to you. The house settles down after holding itself up all day. Shoulders slump and it gives a big sigh. And you hear no one's footfall in the hall. Drip in the kitchen sink marking time. June bug on the window screen. He can't get in, but he keeps trying. But one way or another, we're all in the dark. Fireflies, sparks, lightning, stars, campfires, the moon, headlights on cars. Northern lights, the Milky Way. You can't see that stuff in the day. When the earth turns its back on the sun, the stars all come out and the planets start to run around. Well, they call that day is done. It's just getting started. Some folks take comfort in that. How dark is it? It's too dark for goblins. And how dark is it? It's so dark you can smell the moon. And how dark is it? It's so dark the wind gets lost. And how dark is it? It's so dark the sky's on fire. And how dark is it? It's so dark you can see Fort Worth from here. Tim Lorsch there on the cello. you coming up here? All right.
Yeah. Let's get up close and personal. All right. Isn't that beautiful? I'm just like, now I'm all de-stressed. Excellent. Okay. You want to sit or you want to stand? You can do whatever you want. He's Buddy. He can do whatever he wants. Okay?
If that were only true in the rest of my life.
I know. All right. I know that's what I say too. Okay. So I'm Julie Delgado, if you came in late. And this is our portion where we get to know the artist really well. And we get to get the nitty-gritty in the 411, which you may already know, but at the end we'll do a little fun little game and you'll learn a little bit more. So I always start the same way. I always ask people, how'd you get to Nashville?
Well, I just played that song that Guy Clark and I wrote, and I met Guy at the Kerrville Folk Festival in 1986. And it was my first time there. I hadn't, been playing all that many gigs at that point. And but I just thought this is the place for me. And I knew he was going to be there and hosting this thing called the Ballad Tree, which is just an open stage up on a hill. And so I signed up that day, hoping to shake his hand. Of course, I was too nervous to shake his hand, but I signed up anyway. I played my song toward the end, and after the whole thing was over, he just walked straight up to me and said, "Hey, I like that tune. You got a tape of that?" And when I regained the power of speech, I said, "Don't move. That's my tent right over there. I'm going to get you a tape." I had a tape, luckily, and gave it to him, and that was that. I just thought, that's the coolest thing that's ever going to happen to me. It just happened. But it wasn't, because a few weeks later, I was back in my little apartment in Chicago, walking into the kitchen with a basket of laundry, and my little message light was blinking on the machine. And I hit play. "Hey, bud, this is Guy Clark in Nashville. Give me a call sometime." So when I regained the power of speech, I called him up right away. He picked up the phone, and we talked for a little bit, and he finally just said, "Well, buddy, what do you want to do?" I said, "I just want to keep writing songs and try and make a living out of it somehow." And he said, "Okay, let's see if we can get you in the music business." And then he did that. Wow. He started making copies of that tape I sent him and gave him, and passed them around to people he knew in Nashville. And the thing is, when Guy Clark gave you a tape, you listened to it. Yeah. And it was the best possible way to come to Nashville. And I'm forever grateful to him, of course. Yeah.
That's awesome. So thanks for sharing that, by the way. Let's go back even farther. So how did you start songwriting, and what was your musical journey like? How did you start wanting to play the guitar, and how far back does that go?
I started wanting to play the guitar at about 7 years old, because my dad gave my mom a guitar for their anniversary one time, and she said, "Oh, that's nice," and it went up on top of the piano as a decorative piece at that point. But I would sneak down early in the morning and try and make sounds on it, and I started bugging my parents for guitar lessons, and kind of cannily they said, "All right, we think your hands are too small and you'll get frustrated, but if you still want to do it when you're 10, we'll get you lessons." So I couldn't think about anything else for the next couple of years. And his 10th birthday, "All right, I'm ready. I want my lessons now." I never forgot. Wow. And so they did. They found a high school kid who played guitar, and I was off and running.
So it was really for you. The guitar was really for you.
Yeah. As it turned out. Yeah.
Well, very good. And then I usually ask people, and this seems kind of like a moot point, but your songwriting process. But I'd really like to hear, a story about, like you told about Guy and that song that caught his attention, but some of the ones that you've had recorded, and kind of what was the story behind that, the Peter, Paul, and Mary, or Garfunkel, What kind of stands out in your memory that you can share with us?
Well, I'll tell you the Peter, Paul, and Mary story, because I had written that. I mean, I didn't write it for Peter, Paul, and Mary. I wrote it for me long before Peter ever heard it. But it was basically, you know, I was mooning over this girl who I'd been in love with since I was like 13 or something. And we were friends. We were great friends. And we'd even had that conversation, like, and said the word love. But it was never, like, the right timing for her. She always had a boyfriend. And I just thought, all right, my time's going to come someday. And now here I'm, like, 22 or 3 or something. And I get this letter from her. She's in Paris at clown school. And she says in the letter, she just broke up with her boyfriend, her longtime boyfriend. I'm like, this is my time. I'm going to Paris. And I showed up there. She was gone. She was driving around the country. So me and my buddy Mike, we just traveled around Europe for another month and came back to Paris. And there she was. She was so happy to see me and so happy to introduce me to her new boyfriend.
Alone in Paris, eh?
Yeah. So I kind of had to get my head around the idea, like, maybe we're just supposed to be friends. And I had been working on that song for like a year and couldn't finish it. And I got home and I thought, oh, this song's not about some made-up character. That's me in there. And just rest of it just poured out.
You're so prolific. I mean,
Am I?
I think you are.
I'm just old.
Oh, well, no, we don't say that here. Yeah. Oh,
That
they
was
wanna
the
know.
kid.
Yeah.
That was the kid. And Peter, Paul, and Mary later recorded that.
That's awesome.
Peter heard it at the Kerrville Folk Festival once again. Yeah.
Which kind of leads me to my other question. I know you go on the road quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you like best about going on the road? What do you like least?
Wow. Well, I guess being really tired is what I like the least. But that passes usually. And what I like the best is all the people I've met out there and all the different places I've been. And if you keep at it, you know, every year or so, you show up again and get reacquainted with that person. So I feel like I have 100 friends out there who I feel really close to once a year. But it kind of works. Yeah, so that's what I love the most about it, I think.
And then you have a Scotland trip. Let's advertise for that.
Thank you.
Coming up in August. Is that right?
Yeah,
August.
August this year.
So I totally want to go, but I think I might have to work. But anyway, some of you might want to go. What is that trip? How did you start in on doing that? And do you lead it? How does someone get involved, etc.?
Yeah, well, my job is to talk to you guys about it and get you to sign up for it. And then go with you, and we'll all have a great time together. There's lots of music involved, and I'll play a couple of concerts, but we'll also have lots of music from local Scottish artists. This year we're going in the southern border of Scotland and the Lake District in northern England, which is really beautiful. I don't know if you've ever been there, but maybe now is the time to go. So we do that stuff during the day, and then in the evening we come back and play music and hear music. It's really pretty amazing. It's a 10-day trip.
Is it once a year?
Yeah,
Okay.
I do it once a year.
Awesome.
And we also, next year, we're also going to Ireland, too.
Oh, I'm going. Okay. In a year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll carry you a suitcase. I'll be your roadie. Okay. So, last kind of question is like, beside the Scotland trip, what's on the horizon for you? Do you have a whole year planned? Are you going to do another record or?
Been thinking about the next record. I had one come out about 2 years ago. Worked with Brad Jones on it. It's called Filament. Really excited about that record. But I got a whole bunch of other songs and kind of thinking about what the next one's going to be. I do a lot of teaching. So this summer, I think it's in July, I'll be teaching at the Swananoa Gathering in North Carolina. And also later on at a workshop right here in Tennessee called Cedar Songs.
Great.
And that's out at Cedars of Lebanon State Park. And what are the dates on that, Sharon?
Let's see.
There you go. We still have some openings for that. She runs it.
more places to go, things to do. Which reminds me, in the filament, don't leave without looking at that little merch display back there, because you got a cool shirt with your last album.
We have T-shirts. Also, like if you're interested in that Scotland trip, please do sign up on the mailing list, and I'll send you more information about it and links and stuff.
Awesome. Okay, now we have to play the game. It's a musical this or that. You can't say neither, and you can't say both. All right?
Okay, I have to pick one.
Yes, and don't think too much about it. Okay, Springsteen or Sinatra?
Springsteen.
Ella Fitzgerald or Barbra Streisand?
Ella.
U2 or the Rolling Stones?
Stones.
REM or the Talking Heads?
Heads.
Go-Go's or the Bangles?
Go-Go's. Oh, Go-Go's.
Kiss.
Except Susanna Hoffs. I don't know. Sorry.
No
I broke the
exceptions.
rules, yeah.
Okay. Kiss or AC/DC?
Kiss.
I know, cool costumes and makeup.
Yeah.
Okay. Garth Brooks or George Strait?
Garth.
Woo, I knew that answer. James Taylor or Dan Fogelberg?
I got to go with James. That's a close one.
I know. Leonard Cohen or Cat Stevens?
Cohen. Yeah, Leonard Cohen.
Okay. John Denver or Woody Guthrie?
Woody.
Slow dance or swing dance?
Slow.
Strings or brass?
Strings.
I think it's strings. And tea or coffee? Tea or coffee?
Coffee.
Okay, good. Give him a hand. It's not easy. We don't make it easy on you. Okay, we have to hear more music.
Okay. That's it. We're
No
done.
more
Okay.
torture.
Okay.
Okay.
This is a song I wrote here in Nashville with Tom Kimmel. Yeah, Tom, it was the first time we'd written anything together, and we were just kind of tossing around ideas, and nothing was sticking, and finally he said, well, I got this thing I've been working on for like a year. I can't seem to finish it. And he played me what he had, and I'm like, let's work on that one. So I'm so glad he invited me in on this song. And Maura O'Connell recorded this later on. Yeah. So I was not the one you wanted. You can see I'm reconciled. Must you be so disappointed? Can you not carry on in style? Is it too much to say we loved hard till the world fell back in place and left us where we are? I feel like the king when the queen loses faith and the crowd rushes in to tear down the gate while the whole palace slept and I never rang the bell. Maybe that's poetic justice, but it's pretty hard to tell. When the fortune wheel is spinning, luck is fortune's dirty joke. fierce chance of winning is diminished by his hope. Can she laugh just to think of the gold we had running through our hands when we were on a roll? I feel like the king when the queen loses faith and the crowd rushes in to tear down the gate and declare what was mine I stole from someone else. Maybe that's poetic justice, but it's pretty hard to tell. It's hard to tell why the solid ground surprised us when we fell. It's hard to say it's life or death, or just so many bitter words beneath your breath. Is it too much to say we loved hard till the world fell back in place and left us where we are? I feel like the king when the queen loses faith and the crowd rushes in to tear down the gate while the whole palace slept and I never rang the bell. Maybe that's poetic justice, but it's pretty hard to tell. I feel like the king when the queen loses hope and the crowd rushes in to praise the gallows pole and declare what they must do. I'm doing to myself, well, if that's poetic justice, how can anybody tell? Thank you. I have to say, I've felt a lot of frustration in my life lately. Just kind of the way the world's been going, and especially here and in this country. And so this feels like a good song to sing about that. This is really about frustration, I guess. It's called Break the Cup. Most days I do all right. Most days I don't get tight inside. It's an easy ride, grease on the wheel. Try not to feel too much. Most days I slide right through. Most days I don't think you could tell. No ringing bell, just write it out. Don't talk about it much. I don't wanna was never mine. Frozen in time, left on the edge. You learn to hedge your bets. I don't wanna live like this. I wanna kick and scream. Wanna stay in the emptiness. Wanna make a scene. Wanna make a spectacle. I wanna mix it up. Wanna get a mouthful. And I want to break the cup. Inside there's this core I feel. Something I made to seal up a bitter seed. It's not what I need. I can't make it fit. Wish I could spit it out. I don't wanna live like this. I wanna kick and scream. Wanna stay in the emptiness. Wanna make a scene. Wanna make a spectacle. I wanna mix it up. Wanna get a mouthful. And I want to break the cup. Most days I do alright. Most days I don't get tight inside. Isn't easy, right? Grease on the wheel. Try not to feel too much. I'm singing this one for Polly. Polly's my wife, and we just got married, well, going on 3 years. Not quite there yet, but best surprise ever. Meeting Polly, yeah, for sure. So I'm singing this one for her. Up next to you, I feel a little shy. Feel shy when I wake up. I'll tell you why. When I wake up next to you and I see you lying there with your arm above your head and your morning hair, you look perfect to me. You look perfect to me. When you look into the mirror, don't make that frowny face. When you see another year around your waist, 'cause every year with you is a year that's made of gold. The way you feel in my arms never gets old. You look perfect to me. You look perfect to me. smile, that face that won't go out of style. Perfect. And when we fall asleep, we're close as we can be. Then later in my dream, it's you I see, and you look perfect to me. You look perfect to me. You look perfect. Well, the last couple years, I've been involved in this program that puts songwriters and veterans together. It's been a really powerful experience for me, and it seems to be for the vets too. It's kind of a way of taking traumatic stories and kind of reframing in a hopefully a beautiful way, without turning away from the hard stuff. And there's been some real hard stuff too. And this is maybe one of the hardest songs I've ever had to work on. And I wrote it with my friend Wade Bates, who's here tonight too. This is called The Tower. Don't dry my tears, I'm hurting them. Don't drown me in them either. Just let me find my own way through, the only thing that I could do. In the quiet dawn I see her, just a little girl on her way to school. How could she imagine the world could be so cruel? I'm watching from my car top, a rifle in my hand, a farm boy from West Texas, a soldier in a strange land. They pour out of the car, these men who then surround her. I know not what they say, but the words have surely bound her. Do they threaten her family, her brother in the field, her mother by the river? Do they offer her a deal? Don't dry my tears, I earn them. Don't drown me in them either. Just let me find my own way through, the only thing that I could do. In the quiet dawn I see her. She's walking to me, tears are on her face. Her coat is missing, a vest strapped in its place. I call out to her, say she must go back. The crewman won't let her, the sun is turning black. I try to warn her, my first shot at her feet. The second finds her, then all the sound and heat. Don't try and tell me it's God's will in the end. God made the earth and the stars, but war is made by men. Don't try I could do. In the quiet nights I see her. Someday I know I'll meet her. Thank you. Yeah, the program I work with is called Music Therapy Retreats, and actually I'm heading out there tomorrow to do it again. And I really recommend that you look them up, and if you got a little something extra to throw their way, it really means a big thing right now. It makes a big difference, especially with all the cuts to different programs coming from government grants. They could really use help. Okay. This is that song I was talking about earlier, about that clown. A couple of people have recorded this song. Peter, Paul, and Mary, and David Wilcox. I recorded it with a record I did with Maya Sharp and Art Garfunkel. And it probably has the most me in it of any of my songs. This is called The Kid. Look, he's working without a net this time. He's a real dirty fire. I'm the kid who always looked out the windows, failing tests in geography. I've seen things far beyond just the schoolyard, distant shores of exotic lands. They're the spires of the Turkish Empire. It's 6 months since we made landfall, riding low with the spice of India through Gibraltar, where regiment on. We'd someday be lovers, always held out, that time would tell. was talking. Guess I just wasn't listening. No surprise if you know me well. As we're walking toward the train station, there's some whispering rainfall. Across the boulevard, you slip your hand in mine. In the distance, the train calls. I'm the kid who has this habit of dreaming. Sometimes gets me in trouble too. But the truth is, I could no more stop dreaming than I could make them all come true. I got one more for you, and it's another sing-along. This started out as a song about Vincent van Gogh, because here's this guy who, a painting of his would go for like several $100 million today, right? But when he was alive, nobody was interested. He couldn't sell a painting to save his life. So he's like bumming money off his brother and mooning over some girl. And yet, out of that, he just kept creating all this amazing beauty and putting it out in the world. And that was really inspiring to me. And as I was writing the song, I realized I'm not writing about Vincent anymore. I'm writing about all my songwriter pals who pretty much operate the same way. And so I made Vincent into a songwriter for this song. And your part goes, "Whoa, he had no choice. No, he never had no choice. When he gave his river a voice, he never really had no choice." You got that? Or just kind of mumble "no choice" over and over. Yeah, and before I sing it, thank you, Julie, for having us all here. Yeah. I'm having step low. Thank you. Thanks. Yeah, I know you will. To do your best. Thank you, Hope, too, on the sound tonight. And thanks all you guys. Thanks to Tim Lorish over here on the strings. He plays everything, and then he also knows the right key. Till it swelled and finally burst apart. When the love spilled out, they called it art. We never really had no choice. Oh, we had no choice. We never had no choice. When he gave his river a voice, never really had no choice. That's it. He was thinking that the pain came much too soon. Locked himself up inside his room. Boy, it hurt real times a boy. He made some music and he made some noise, but he felt his pain and he felt his joy. Never really had no choice. There was a beautiful fire inside of him as he balanced way out on that limb, and I burned right through that branch so thin. Never really had no choice. Oh, we had no choice. No, we never had no choice. When he gave his river a voice, never really had no choice. And they all talked about him when he died. They studied and they theorized, but when he was through, they laughed and cried. Never really had no choice. Wasn't love so big that it filled his heart, till it swelled and finally burst apart? When the love spilled out, they called it art. Never really had no choice. Oh, we had no choice. No, we never had no choice. When he gave his river a voice, never really had no choice. One more. Oh, we had no choice. No, we never had no choice. When he gave his river a voice, never really had no choice. We never really had no choice. Tim Lorsch. Thanks, you guys. Thank you. Which one do you want to hear again? This is who said an Irish one? Yeah. So this is a song I play to all my groups. So when we do our trips over to Ireland, and it just feels like the right thing. And I played it just the other day for some good friends. This is also a sing along, and you'll get it. You'll get it. I count you my friend. Nothing complicated about it. I count you my friend. Will this change? I doubt it. I guess I knew you all along, even though it ain't been long since we met. But something tells me I'm not wrong. Friends like you, I don't forget. Have you noticed how the light has changed? A little brighter every day now it seems. I'll tell you now that's nothing strange. Looks that way when it's shining on dreams. I count you my friend as your part. Nothing complicated about it. was beautiful. Thanks, you guys. You guys are great. Thank you.
Buddy Mondlock, keep it going. Okay, I was gonna cry. Okay, what a beautiful soul of a songwriter. You saw it here. So tell your friends, go to our website, do all the things, give me your email, and hashtag homework tonight. So send those videos and pictures out and review only good things. And check out the merch. And yes, thank you so much. I know. Oh my gosh. Okay, I did something right. Thanks to Hope. Thanks to Chris. Thanks to Tim. Everybody, come back and see us and drive safe. Okay.